As the driver got into the car, he heard the sound of plastic bottles and Paul scraping behind him. While the driver checked the situation, Roy quickly hopped into the driver's seat. With a slam on the gas, they headed straight for the parking lot entrance. Cameron had been waiting here impatiently, and these two drove off, leaving a bewildered couple behind. The duo went out tonight to find themselves. Seeing Cameron cheer, Roy was happy too. Before they knew it, they were at the airport. Roy planned a speed challenge with locals to thrill Cameron, but first Cameron needed to give him the necklace jewelry. It was their evening's loot. They couldn't show it easily. At the airport, Roy arranged a race with the leader, who had a simple request, a €10,000 bet. As long as Roy could cough up the money, he was more than willing to race Roy. Upon hearing this, the leader chuckled like a kid during the holidays. He said a magic upgrade would boost excitement, and suddenly, 8 rings adorned the Audi's roof. Now, no car company could match Audi. They parked on the racetrack where a beautiful lady lit some cool sparklers in front of them, putting on quite the show. The two men intently eyed their opponent while carefully and quietly revving the engine, even though in fact it was their first time attempting this game. But Cameron's competitive spirit was on fire. Seeing the car lagging, he urged Roy to just hit the gas and not worry about him. The two cars started their thrilling pursuit when suddenly the opponent shot Roy an evil grin and moved in closer, forcing Roy to dodge. Turns out this opponent deliberately tried to make Roy hit the roadside pole, but it only fueled Roy's spirit. His foot glued to the gas, he zoomed past the opponent. Roy cheered excitedly inside. Suddenly, Cameron's phone rang. Seeing the caller, his expression changed drastically, tears welling up. Suddenly, Cameron started banging on the car roof. Despite not knowing what was happening, Roy quickly pulled the car over. Seeing Cameron in tears left Roy momentarily speechless, while non-car folk zoomed past him with ease. The rival got out, saying Roy should honor the deal. Seeing his cockiness, Roy shouted back. Despite being furious, Roy kept his cool, gently lifting Cameron out of the car and letting the rival hop in. After discarding Roy and Cameron's clothes and shoes, the opponent left. Roy unlocked the hangar doors with his skills. Once he got Cameron into the plane, he asked her what on earth had happened. Cameron explained that the caller was her ex-boyfriend, her one they were together since school, her singing boyfriend, whom Cameron watched backstage, faced love's warp over time. Because Cameron realized that she was dependent on him, if he was gone for more than 5 minutes, she would desperately hunt him down. Cameron just couldn't kick her longing for him, and ultimately she developed a severe mental illness. Another Audi was smashed. Cameron burned her ex-belongings in the bathroom, engulfing their home in flames. With no other choice, Cameron's father sent her to a mental institution, marking the beginning of a history she desperately wished to forget. Seeing Cameron's despair, Roy thought she needed a dose of adrenaline, so he walked straight into the cockpit. Watching the plane's engines come to life, Cameron was taken aback. She kept asking Roy if he knew how to fly, suddenly feeling a bit hopeful about life, because she had no idea if she would last another 5 minutes. She kept confirming if Roy really had never flown a plane. Who brought you up here? You're not going to leave me behind, are you? Don't laugh, Cameron squeaked, her state of panic causing Roy to burst into laughter. As the time drew near its end, Roy finally managed to rein in his eagerness to step on the accelerator. I believe you've passed, see? Cameron mumbled to herself, saying her ex-boyfriend just so happened to be Roy. Hearing this, Roy grabbed the communicator and jokingly said, "This is Alpha 12 coming in." He wanted to see the sunrise. As he spoke, the sun rose. Cameron was awestruck, while Roy's gaze was on the girl beside him. As they stepped off the plane, Cameron was feeling around in her pockets and said to Roy, "Make sure to check your pockets."